Good afternoon. How are you? It's good to be here again. I promised that I was going to post something about how to use WhatsApp to teach. So that's what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to try and walk you through the steps. The first thing you need to do, obviously, is to have a WhatsApp group for your class. So I'm going to assume that you already have that. You have the group set up, you have your children's names set up. And then what you have to do is in that group, I created a WhatsApp page for this particular lesson, and I called it Clips for Educators. But in that group, the first thing you will need to do is tell the students what they're going to be working on. So what I have done is I have made a slide that I hope to be able to paste into here. And in that slide says it's a primary one science class. The topic is energy, and the question we're trying to explore is what is energy? And you can very quickly just type in what you want them to cover, or you can actually just record it. I'm going to type in, hello, hi kids, today we're studying energy. Please watch the video and answer the questions. Sorry about that. The questions. Okay, before I post it, when you're using WhatsApp to teach, that you still have to maintain classroom decorum. So you need to tell them a little bit about, you need to go over your classroom rules, that in this kind of situation when you can't see them, if they're going to type anything in, it has to just be a response to whatever question is put up there. You can't have everybody just type in whatever they want, because it's going to bog down the system. Also, they don't need to acknowledge things, because that's also going to bog down the system. So the next thing you're going to do is I have my title page up there. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to talk a little bit about how this lesson is going to be structured. This is for you. You don't have to do that with your teachers or with your students, but I just want to tell you how this lesson will be structured. And the way I'll do that is I will, see, copy. I am going to send that out. Okay, now you've got that. I'm going to now post how this lesson will be structured. And the lesson will be structured in one, you're going to remind them, remember, only answer the questions. This isn't a chat, this is a lesson. Another one, I'm going to post a slide or a video that you have to watch, and you're going to be asked to think about it and then answer questions. So I'm going to ask questions related to the content. Then I want the students to dig deeper into the content, and I might assign an activity to help them, or I might assign a reading article that they have to read and answer more questions or do more activities. After that, I will bring the students back to work in their groups, in their meeting groups, which I will have previously set up. They'll work in meeting groups, and I will have them work on the task. They either come back and then report on the task, or they'll come back and share their ideas. The last stage is the reflection. And the reflection is I'm going to ask them a question that requires them to dig deeper, to think more introspectively, to think about what has just gone on. So we have now gotten to, this is a discussion for you. This is the structure that you would go about. So I'm going to post that. The next thing I would do is I would post the video that I want them to watch. And this video is about 4 minutes long. It's a video related about energy that's at their grade level, and they will watch it and they will answer the questions. So they'd have to click on the link to watch the video. So right now, I'm going to click on the link and hopefully the video will post. Here's your video.
Energy. What is energy? Light. Well, that's a type of energy we use all the time. If we're outside all day long, we get light from the sun. Plants can turn sunlight into useful energy, which makes them grow. Food gives energy to animals and humans so they can live. Almost anything that moves can be used to create energy, enough to run machines and turn on the light. Energy from the sun can generate electricity using solar panels. We can also use wind for motion energy. How about water? We need to drink it every day for our energy. Water's movement in rivers and dams also produces energy. There are so many amazing and creative ways we can create the energy that comes through wires into your home, often from far, far away. Wait, what is energy good for? Television, air conditioning, video games, toasters, showers, computers, washing machines, microwaves, fridges, cars, fireplaces, making paper, and plastic bottles. Well, it's too bad that some people use way too much energy. Do you know that we could run out? Yep, the power could go out. Oops! So what can we do? Actually, there's so much you can do, and it's easy. You want to know how? Watch our other video, how to save energy.
So, they've clicked on the video, they've watched the video. The next thing for them to do is to answer the questions. Okay, let's get this one.
You certainly seem to be enjoying that shower, Nutley.
You know it, Professor.
But Nutley, not only did you take a very long shower, you...
Okay, to go back to this point. Okay, now I'm going to ask them questions related to the video that they've just watched. So I would say my question would be, list the different ways, the different sources of energy Okay, so that would be my first question. My second question would be for them to go around their house and to find different types of energy, different sources of energy within their homes. So it would be, can you find at least 7 different types of energy, or let me say sources of energy in your home. Okay, so this is an activity they're going to take offline, off the group. They don't have to do that right now, but this is something that I would want them to do. I would then, the next thing I would do, we're going to, this is the think about it. We have the watch, and this is we're thinking about the topic. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to have them dig deeper into the topic. And the way I'm going to do that is I am going to I'm going to give them a link to click on that will require them reading about energy. So here I have, click this link to read more about energy, and I would post it. Again, all of this is at this point is asynchronous because they can do this at their own pace, unless you want to do it as a synchronous activity, which you certainly are entitled to do. If you're doing it as a synchronous activity, then all you have to do is make sure the students are all in the group and they're following along with you. Now they're going to read this. This reading link is quite lengthy, so I would suggest you not do this kind of thing when they're all there, because it will take up a lot of their data time. Don't forget, one of the reasons they're using WhatsApp is they want to minimize the usage of data. So if you have them read this dig deeper article outside of class, then the next thing they would do would be the discussion. And in the discussion, I have them working in their meeting groups. And in their meeting groups, to I'm telling them that they have to go to their groups. I said the discussion, and this discussion is going to take place in your meeting rooms. The students each have meeting rooms they've been assigned to, and I'm saying discuss how you would explain the importance of conserving energy, which is saving energy, to a person who doesn't know anything about it. And when you come back to the group, one person will be your spokesperson. You will report back to the main group during the next whole class session. So they can schedule their own meeting room activities. But as a teacher, you need to know when that is so that you can be there. You don't want them meeting in the meeting room randomly. You want to be there so you can supervise. And then the last thing is the reflection question. And the reflection is this. The reflection for this activity is, I've said, just for this activity, I said reflection. Is there anything else you would like to know about energy? We assume that everything was covered, but there might be something that the students don't really know about energy. Like, okay, you're saying that water is energy. Does that mean that soda is energy as well? That you're talking to children, so sometimes you have to be very precise. So I have walked through a whole lesson. Now you can also add at the end of this, you can add a quiz. Let's say you want to do an exam. Let's say we're doing you're looking for Bloom's taxonomy. You're saying what do I want to? I want them to evaluate, and you put in an evaluation question at the end of your lesson. But basically, I've walked you through how you can use WhatsApp to teach in a classroom. And the benefit of this is, as I said, it uses a lower bandwidth, and it doesn't use as much data, and more children have access to WhatsApp than have access to Google Classroom, because practically everybody has a smartphone, and it's not so difficult to get a smartphone. My friend Gloria Banwell said that she was the one that first said, we really need to investigate and explore how to use a smartphone in the classroom. So that's what I've done. I hope it's going to be helpful. I hope you'll be able to use it. Please feel free to email me any questions related to this, and see you next time.